today would be so nice for the walk, and then it's unpredictable here in North Bay. So we're sorry about that, but we're glad you're here, and we're glad you're here to help us understand what you're walking for and what you're working towards. Donor and tissue donation is an issue very close to my heart. My brother was a bone marrow recipient, so we've been through that in our lives as well. And it's something that I think everybody needs to be educated about. And it's great that you're learning it at your age, how important it is to people like Kristopher and people of all ages, that we have a gift that we can give, and it's important to remember that. And certainly George and I were talking, and George, we're happy to have you back too. And we're happy that the family's here today to bring us all together to talk about the importance of it and the need for further education. George and I were talking earlier, and I said, I signed my card because I'm very much committed to that, to the whole process, and to making sure that my gift of life can go on after me. And George was saying that that's just one piece of the puzzle. There's so much more that we need to educate people about it. So I'm really wishing you all the best, Kristopher, in your walk, and you know that our hearts are with us and with you as you go along. And you've got a whole cheering section here, which I'm sure you'll hear their cheers in your ears as you keep walking. And I hope that all of you take away something today from what we're learning today from Kristopher and from the rest of these guests. So thank you very much for having me here with you today.
Earlier I was up doing a civics lesson, and I was telling Monique Smith one of the questions, they were very tough questions from the kids. It was, how much money do you make, and do you have a girlfriend? And I told you, no, I don't have a girlfriend, I have a wife. And I've been married 17 years, and I'm going to tell you an absolutely factual story. The first week that my new wife, Patty, and I were married 17 years ago, she brought me to the motor vehicle place because she needed a new license. She was changing her name, and she signed the donor's card that day. And I have to tell you, I never knew anything about the program. I was, young and carefree, and didn't really pay attention to what was going on in the world around us. So you've got young Kristopher here to be able to talk to you at a young age and start this education process. That this is a very, very serious thing to do. We can talk about it, but we can also do something about it. So I'm hoping that today, when you go home, you will talk to your parents and suggest to them that you met Kristopher again, and talk about the importance of filling out the donor card. And for the adults in the room as well, the importance of filling out that donor card cannot be stressed. And for talking to your family about it to make to make it a lot easier when and if it is needed. So on behalf of the City of North Bay, I say to the family again, for Kristopher for being here, George, and everyone who's here, thank you very much for coming and continuing to bring this to so much focus to this very, very important function.
I'm going to call upon George Marcello. He's the person who really got this whole thing started, got Kristopher involved. Kristopher wanted to have a wish and wanted to do this, and George is the person who was able to make it happen for him. George.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. How's everybody feeling? Good. Is everybody dry? Well, I gotta say that since we've started the walk on January 8th, sometimes when the weather got this bad, most of the other schools didn't participate. Chris, well, what do you think of this bunch coming out there in that rain and this sloppy weather and everything? Let's students, give yourself a round of applause for especially to, once again, pay tribute to the Fowler family and pay tribute to the memory of Dylan Fowler. We remember when we came here in November, and we were able to do an event here and to honor the memory of Dylan, and also to tell about Kristopher's campaign that was just coming up. And I remember I asked the Fowler family to choose a song that would best reflect the memory of Dylan. They chose a song which was Circle of Life. Does everybody know Circle of Life? Well, you'll hear it later on. Some of you that haven't heard it yet. And I remember when Billy and I, the assistant goal manager, were on our way up here, and we were listening to the song and the words and the music, and grown men usually don't cry, but I started crying. And we had a chance to play the song that day in November, and I don't know, I was just so emotionally drained after that day. And I want to say that since we played that song that day, on January the 8th, when we had our big kickoff in Sarnia, we've been playing that song every day, at every press conference, in hundreds of schools, city halls, malls, everywhere. And that's become our theme song. And it's great being back in North Bay because we usually get a lot of support in this community because it's a great community. It's a community where when people look at things that are being done good, they get behind them. They don't talk about it, they do things. And I want to thank some of the following local supporters. I want to thank Sunset Public School this morning for an initial visit, first off. Also West Ferris High School for arranging Kristopher's second stop today. Also want to thank the Best Western Hotel for helping us with accommodations during the whole weekend while we're here. I also want to thank the following media: Easy Rock, The Fox, CKAT, MCTV, Cogeco, CBC Vex TV, and daytoday.ca. Also want to thank the Galaxy Seminole for offering some tickets for Chris and his family to go see some shows this weekend. Also want to thank the following restaurants for feeding us because we get pretty hungry. And they are Peachy's, Eastside Mario's, Tim Hortons, Casey's, Don Cherry's, Kelsey's. Also want to thank the Nugget. I forgot to mention the other media. And does everybody know where those restaurants are? Yes. Are they a good place to eat? Yes. Now we also want to take this moment to thank the North Bay Police Department. I believe we have an officer here present. Oh, there he is. Let's thank him for a great police officer. Along with that, we want to thank Lakeshore Bingo for